Enthusiasts, the 911 992.2 GTS T Hybrid is here. Let's go through it. Today we're going to look at what's new, what's changing, where's the battery, how does it work, where's the energy come from, and how heavy is it. Grab a cup of coffee, we've got lots to go through. The lightweight and powerful T Hybrid system has a newly developed electric gas turbocharger. An integrated electric motor placed between the compressor and the turbine wheel instantaneously brings the turbocharger up to speed. The electric motor has two functions: to spool up the turbo, to give you boost pressure immediately, and it also works as a generator. It generates up to 11 kilowatt of electric power. This energy is extracted from the exhaust gas flow. The wastegate-free electric turbocharger allows the use of only one turbocharger instead of the previous two, which frees up the previously allocated GTS turbos to be used elsewhere in the range. The powertrain also includes a permanent magnetic synchronous motor integrated into the new, more powerful 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, PDK. Even at idle speed, it supports the Boxster engine with an extra drive torque of up to 150 Newton meters. 150 Newton meters. And provides a powerful boost of up to 40 kilowatt. So we've got two motors there, one in the turbo and one in the PDK. Porsche couples both electric motors to a lightweight and compact high voltage battery. It corresponds in size and weight to a conventional 12 volt starter battery, but stores up to 1.9 kilowatt hours of energy gross and operates at a voltage of 400 volts. For an optimized overall weight, Porsche has installed a lightweight lithium-ion battery for the 12-volt onboard electrical system. And you'll notice some other weight savings as we go along.
Where's my seat?
The heart of the T Hybrid drive is a newly developed 3.6-litre Boxster engine. This T Hybrid 911 with its high voltage system allows the air conditioning compressor to be driven electrically and the belt drive to be emitted as a result, making the engine much more compact. This creates space above the power unit for the pulse inverter and the DC converter. Not only that, we have a displacement increase of 0.6 litres compared to its predecessor, thanks to an enlarged bore of 97 millimeters and an increased stroke of 81 millimeters. The engine has VarioCam, camshaft control, and valve control with rocker arms. Even without electrical assistance, the Boxster engine delivers 357 kilowatt, 485 PS, and 570 Newton meters of torque. In total, the system output is 398 kilowatt, 541 PS, and 610 Newton meters. The power increase over its predecessor is 45 kilowatt, 61 PS. The new 911 Carrera GTS, now with the T Hybrid, also beats its predecessor in the sprint to 100 kilometers an hour, particularly off the line with the increased torque. This new performance hybrid from Porsche achieves its aim of high dynamic driving characteristics while at the same time reducing CO2 emissions, which it has to do, with significantly less extra weight compared to a plug-in hybrid. Porsche says it's not heavy, it's just big boned. The weight increase over its predecessor is a mere 50 kilograms. Okay, if you don't want any part of a hybrid, listen up. The 911 Carrera still features a 3-litre Boxster engine with twin turbocharging. It now has the adopted intercooler from the turbo models, which now sits directly under the rear lid grille above the engine. The new 911 Carrera gets the previous model 911 GTS turbochargers. With these modifications, Porsche simultaneously achieves a reduction in emissions and a boost in power, which is now 290 kilowatt, 394 PS, along with a maximum torque of 450 Newton meters. The new 911 Carrera goes from 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds, 3.9 seconds with the Sport Chrono package, and it tops out at 294 kilometers an hour. And that's an improvement of 0.1 seconds 0 to 100 and an extra 1 kilometer top speed. That's important. The suspension of the 911 Carrera GTS has also been comprehensively revised. For the first time, rear axle steering now comes as standard. It increases stability at high speeds and reduces the turning circle. Okay, so listen to this. Porsche has integrated the Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control, which they call PDCC, anti-roll stabilization system, into the high voltage system of the performance hybrid. This enables the use of an electro-hydraulic control system, which makes the system even more flexible and precise. Sport suspension with variable damper system, PASM, provide the GTS handling characteristics expected of a 911. A total of 7, 19 and 20 or 20 and 21 inch wheel designs are available for the new 911. Available for the first time in the 911 Carrera are exclusive design wheels with carbon blades that reduce the drag coefficient and therefore increase efficiency. This is new for the 911. The 911 Carrera GTS models roll on 21 inch wheels at the rear with a width of 11.5 inches and a 315/30 ZR21 tyre as standard. At the front, 245/35 ZR20 tyres on 8.5 inch wide 20 inch wheels. In line with the significantly enhanced performance, the wider footprint of the rear tyres improves the driving dynamics and traction of the new 911 Carrera GTS. Alright, let's talk about the controversial exterior of the 911. Most of these measures improve the aerodynamics and performance of the sports car. The changes include model-specific bumpers for the first time. Porsche has also integrated all light functions into the now standard Matrix LED headlights of the 911. With the characteristic 4-point graphic. This makes it possible to omit the front driving lights and create space for larger cooling vents in the front of the car. Now that is a big design change. Porsche has omitted the lower driving lights of the 911, something that has been with the model since its introduction in 1964. What do we think about that? If you don't like the hybrid and you don't like those vertical vents, the 911 Carrera is a great looking thing. Let's get to the GTS. On the GTS models, the front end has 5 vertical arranged active cooling air flaps visible from the outside, unfortunately, and another hidden flap for closing the bypass on each side. For the first time in the 911, these are complemented by adaptive front diffusers in the underbody. These elements direct the airflow as required. When power requirements are minimal, closed flaps optimize aerodynamics. When power demand is high, for example, on track situations, the flaps direct large amounts of air into the car's radiators. And as you can see, the giant eyeballs of the sensors for the assistance systems are now located behind a high gloss surface below the number plate. Let me know in the comments what you think of these 5 vertically arranged active cooling air flaps. Now to the rear, the redesigned light strip and integrated arc and Porsche logo makes the rear end of the 911 appear deeper and wider. A redesigned rear grille with 5 fins per side connects the rear window to form a graphic unit that fades into the retractable spoiler. Below, the number plate is positioned higher. A sports exhaust system is optional for the 911 Carrera models, and the 911 Carrera GTS models come standard with a GTS specific exhaust system. So let's go inside. Stop the press. Porsche has designed the new 911 as a 2-seater as standard. And if you want rear seats, you can add them in for a no-cost option. Why? To save weight. So if you want the seats and you want to put that weight back in your car, it's on you. A 2+2 seat configuration is now an option at no extra charge. Porsche says it combines the familiar 911 DNA with modern technology and pushes its driver-focused experience. Essential control options have been arranged directly around the steering wheel. These include the standard driving mode switch and revised driver assistance lever. And for the first time, the 911 has a start-stop button. The Porsche says it's positioned to the left of the steering wheel naturally. Fuck. In the center console storage compartment of the new 911, there is a cool compartment for smartphone addicts with inductive charging function. You don't want to go without your smartphone. And for the first time, the 911 has a fully digital instrument cluster. One thing that I do like is it's still got the little cover so it stops being a dust trap. Porsche says it offers 7 views, including an exclusive classic display inspired by the traditional 5-tube Porsche dial design with a central tachometer. Let's talk about the connectivity features. There's a QR code which significantly simplifies logging on to the PCM with the Porsche ID. Apple CarPlay is more deeply integrated into the car. If desired, it displays information in the instrument cluster and enables operation functions directly in the Apple ecosystem. For example, you can use Siri voice assistant. For the first time, video streaming is also available while parked, and you can use apps without connecting a smartphone. The new 911 Carrera can be ordered now as a coupe and a cabriolet with rear-wheel drive. For the 911 Carrera GTS, all-wheel drive is also available, and both model variants are equipped with a PDK as standard. Well, that's it for the new Porsche 992.2 Carrera and GTS models. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Lee from Duck Wild Magazine. Keep revving, and I'll see you next time.